Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Set up, 15-1, 15-1. Screen! Watch the screen! Get it!
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Echo.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he
rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. This is the tight end Fant. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Lock's throw caught by Sutton. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demarius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 7. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 3rd and 5. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. From the 35 on 2nd down. Locke got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Stand.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Show it in.
Fight.
From the gun, Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They don't want it.
Set. 60 outlaw. You draw Porter.
Let's get it.
Hey, Charlie.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 77 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Protein spill. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strong. 5.
On first down, Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. And the pressure gets to him again. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They start the drive with Lynch. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Ready.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying.
And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick-6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. Early lead in that one for the Packers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shift. No. Check. Crunch. Shift.
Off play action. Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-7.
Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Kill. He's coming. We got double up.
Hey, lock it. Get it.
2nd and 11. And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Topper!
He's checking. Crash. Check, 45 to my
Now.
Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over.
Look, squeeze.
Watch number 86. Watch 80.
Hey, team 6. Hurry up.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Kill.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
4 down. Even. 86 is on the go. That's you.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
You think you won't get this?
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Locke going to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, box truck. 49. Defense.
Locke now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw. Herbert going deep here for Bryant. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Back now on Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. For the fourth quarter, will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The Pro Bowler, Chris Harris, is in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
From the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Another run by Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Here's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Rudy Bates.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Shotgun snap, and again to Lindsey. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, Echo. Snap.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Lindsey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Clock now to throw. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The kick by McManus is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
80 weapons.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for his... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go. I got motion. Yep. I got it.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Go. 97's the mic. 97. Smooth. Grace don't travel. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. And watch that.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 15, line it. 15 line. Under 10. Let's go.
They'll run with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target.